Hello everyone, my name is Kurv, and I have a Haunted Mine quest guide for you today. So I'm going to show you multiple ways to get to the quest star, and by all means take which one's easier for you. So on the west side of the screen you guys can see Varrock, and you can just go east through the temple, and then through the Mortania swamp. Alternatively, if you have a Carol teleport in your house, or if you're on Ancient Magics, you can teleport to Canifis directly. If you have access to the fairy rings, you can go to the fairy ring CKS. And alternatively, if you have the Ectofungus/Ectophile, you can go from there and walk to Canifis. So the quest star is at the south center of the screen where you guys can see Abandoned Mine. And I currently took the Fairy Ring teleport to start this quest. So if you guys would follow me through Mortania Swamp, we can get this thing going. So these are requirements. You guys are going to need 35 crafting, 15 agility. You must have started Nature Spirit to get into the Mortania Swamp. You must be able to defeat a level 95 enemy. And make sure you bring enough food and a chisel. You must bring a chisel. So as you guys see, I'm just running down Mortania Swamp. Now, don't be discouraged by my inventory. You definitely want to bring a lot more food than I did. Bring a full inventory of potions or whatever you need. I would highly recommend a superset and a bunch of shark and your best combat gear and a ring of life. So once you guys get here to the quest start, you guys are going to see the Zealot. You're going to talk to him and give every single option of talking to him as you can. Eventually, you'll have the option to pickpocket him, and you'll actually get a key from him. Once you pickpocket him, you guys are going to get a Zealot's key. Now this key is important because this is going to let you progress in the quest. So I'm going to try to keep the map oriented north this entire time so you guys don't get lost. So once you guys have the Zealot's key, you guys are going to want to walk south. Now there's going to be a minecart that you're going to need to jump over to the west, and you guys are going to see that right up here. So yes, I do have Questcape, as you guys can see by my quest points. I am just doing this guide because I really enjoy it, and I wanted to help Soup out. So anyway, you guys are going to want to walk west after you jump over this and enter this cart tunnel. Now once you enter this cart tunnel, you guys are going to want to follow my path. This is why I'm going to keep my map pointed north, so you guys know the direction that I'm going at all times. So you guys are going to want to walk west. Keep walking west until you hit a wall. Now once you get to the wall, there's going to be an exit. And at that exit, you guys are going to want to go through the tunnel and then walk south. So as you guys can see, there's a guy right here. His name's Do Push-Ups. So I guess that was helpful. You'll see why later on in the guide. So once you guys come outside, you guys are going to want to walk south along this cart. Now there's going to be another entrance right here, and you guys are going to want to walk east into it. And then proceed east and go down the stairs. Now, there's going to be moving mine carts in this next part, and you guys are going to need to be able to avoid them. And if not, you guys will be taking damage, and you're not going to want to take damage because you guys will be fighting a pretty hard boss later on in the quest. It was very hard for me to do it, so I was pretty damn lucky when I did it. So once you guys come down here and go down that, you guys are going to want to come east a little bit more and go down this ladder right here. Now once you go down this ladder, this is the part I told you about, the minecart. As you guys can see, there's a little yellow dot moving on the map. If you get hit by that, it will push you and hit you for constant damage. So you guys are going to want to be careful and save your run for this part. Now I'm walking obviously because I need to save my run for 1, the boss battle, for 2, when you have to switch the levers in the puzzle that you're going to see, and 3, because it's going to be helpful to not get hit by this so you guys can conserve your food. The only reason why I didn't bring gear for the fight is because I obviously already did this quest, so I didn't need to redo the fight. But I am going to show you some of the attacks that the boss does, and show you how to either avoid them, or show you what to do after, so don't worry about that. So this is the best spot to stand when you're waiting for this cart to get out of the way. Once you guys see it go right by, that's your get-go. You guys can get going again, and just run south. Once you guys go south, jump down that ladder, and you guys are going to be in this weird swamp area. Pick this fungus type thing, and the reason why I'm picking a couple is so I can show you guys why you need to do this puzzle. So you're going to want to walk a little bit northwest above this little puddle, and you guys are going to see a little minecart right there. You're going to want to put a fungus inside that minecart, and this is what we're going to use to smuggle it. So you guys are going to take a fungus and use it on the minecart, and your game chat will say that you put it inside the cart. The next thing is a puzzle. Now I know a lot of you guys don't like puzzles, however, I have the solved version already because I already did the quest. So when I click this board, it's basically a way to track your progress on the puzzle. You guys are going to see the completed version. So after I show you where the levers are, go ahead and pause it back at this time so you guys can see the completed version. So this is the correct puzzle that you guys are going to need to duplicate. There are 2 locations and I believe 11 switches in total. So I'm going to show you guys where they are. So if you walk here where I just clicked on the map, east is A, B, C, D, and E. Now, you guys are going to see when you compare my map to your map, if anything is switched differently, just write down in the chat bar below the letter that you need to switch, because some of them are different and some of them might not work. So go ahead and right click the lever and examine. It'll be A through E. And then you guys are going to want to go back to the board and make sure you have those ones correct. Once again, just compare it to the one that I have, and then you guys will be okay. So once you guys run back up here, you guys can click the board again just to check it. But the second location of letters is to the north up here. F, G, H, I, J, and K, I believe. So once you guys run up here, you guys are going to see there are 6 more levers right here. So you guys can examine those and see which ones they are as well. Make sure that you guys duplicate my exact map or you will not get it correct. So once you guys have all of your levers pushed, then you guys are going to have to run south and back to this bounty board thing. So click it and make sure it is exactly like mine right here again before you do it again, because then it'll reset and you'll have to do it again. So when you press start, you guys are going to see a little cutscene and you'll see the minecart go to the end. And if you mess up, it'll sink and you'll have to get another fungus and put it in. So at this point, you guys are going to see in the chat box that it says, oh, I wonder where it ended up, etc., etc. So at that point, you guys are going to want to follow me. Run back south past that minecart that you initially put the fungus in and continue going south, back to the ladder that you came from. We're going to have to retrace our steps for a while in order to get to the location where we need to be. So just bear with me and we'll get through this. So the reason why you do this quest is because it gives you 22,000 strength experience, which is amazing. So once you guys go south, go ahead and head up this ladder, and then we're going to have to make it right back through this minecart again. So at this time, I'm going to explain to you guys why we had to smuggle that fungus through the swampy area under the mine. So the reason is, when you walk outside with these fungus, they turn to ashes immediately. So there's no way to get through this quest without doing the puzzle. And the award for this quest is a salve shard, which you can turn into a salve amulet that you can see in my inventory. Now the reason why I have so many is because you can do a drop trick. Now many people think you can only have one, or you'll have to come back and do this entire thing again. But I'll show you a trick at the end of the video if you guys do not understand. What you do is you drop an item, and then you pick it back up. So once you guys get past that cart, you guys can climb up this ladder and head back west again and go back up that ladder. So as I was saying, guys, you guys are definitely going to want to make sure that you get multiple of these. 1, so you have a bank space, and 2, so you never have to go through all this crap again, because it's a pain in the butt. If you do ever have to go through this again, I don't believe you have to get the glowing fungus, and I don't believe that you have to bring any armor or anything, because you do not have to kill the boss. So once you have this done, what you guys are going to want to do is, walk back west, and you guys are going to want to go back outside. This is the part that I was explaining. You guys are going to see that my glowing fungus in my inventory automatically turns to ashes. And you should see that right about now. Boom, they're ashes, so I just dropped them. So the next place you guys are going to want to go is east. So once you get back in here, we're in that basic main room where we first entered. You're going to want to walk down this ladder immediately east, and this will take you downstairs in another room. So at this point, you guys are going to want to walk northeast. There's going to be a ladder in the northeast corner of the room, semi-center of the room. Just make sure you guys go down the one I am going down. I'm not speeding up this part of the video because I know it's hard to get the locations correct, mainly because this is a very confusing quest. There's a lot of ladders, and that puzzle was a pain in the butt. So make sure you guys continue this way and go down this ladder right up here in the center. And once you guys go down here, you're going to be in a corridor where you can go west or east. So once you guys are down here, you can go west or east as I said. The first place you want to go is west. We're going to go pick up that fungus that you smuggled with that minecart. So as we start walking west, you guys are going to see another ladder to the north. So just get in that northwest corner, go down the ladder, and pick up your fungus out of the cart. When you click it, it's going to say, take it or leave it. Obviously take it. So once you have that fungus, you guys are going to have to go back up the stairs. So as you guys see, we're going to go down right here, and there's going to be a cart. Just like I said before. Make sure you take the fungus because you're going to need it later on. So your cart should be here if you did the puzzle correctly. Like I said before, make sure that the cart got to the ladder before you leave that puzzle room. So you guys, you'll see you could take it and you'll have the glowing fungus. Head back up the ladder and then walk east. Walk east back towards that first ladder we came down. So instead of going west or south, just go east past it. There's going to be another little minecart that I almost get nailed by. But make sure you guys go by that because you're going to need to. So this is the best place to stand right here. Make sure your guys' run is on. Wait for the minecart to go up and wait for it to go back down. As soon as it goes back down, click here. You guys can see I did a little bit late and it almost nabs me right in the butt. So once you guys get to this part, you guys are going to want to go down this ladder. This part is kind of weird. This is why you need to make sure you have run energy. You have to use the Zealot's key on this water valve, or a ghost will come and shut it off and you will not be able to access the elevator. So what you guys are going to want to do is stay to the eastern side of the wall and walk a little south. You guys can see that water puddle right there, and that's exactly what we need to put inside this pipe. So go ahead and take your Zealot's key and use it on this water valve. Make sure your run is on and sprint around to that elevator that you see right there. So as you can see, turn your run on. Make sure you have about 30%. Click it and then sprint. You guys are going to see that little ghost right there. Now, if that ghost turns off the water valve, you guys are going to have to walk back around and use the key back on it, or you guys won't be able to go down the lift. And I think if you do go down the lift without the water in there, you will probably take a crap load of damage. So once you guys beat the ghost, you'll come down here and you'll end up in water and you guys can swim out. So hopefully you guys didn't use all your food at this point because this is the boss battle time. Now, fortunately, that other person was doing the quest at this time, so I can show you the fighting types and styles that this boss uses. I'm going to give you some information about it right now. So this boss is level 95, it's a ghost, so you guys are going to use Crumble Undead if you guys can. It's not a big deal if you didn't bring it. I didn't say it at the beginning of the video because it's really not a big deal, especially for some of you people that don't like magic. But if you have it on you, hey, why not use it? So melee works fine. It's no big deal. Just make sure you have enough food. Make sure you have a ring of life just in case. And what you guys are going to want to do is go east. So once you go east and go down this little stair set, you guys are going to want to go directly west. There's going to be a door. Now in this door, there's going to be a key on a chest. You guys are going to see a bunch of machinery around. Now they will all come to life through the power of the ghost. So what you guys want to do is walk through this door. Walk west and you guys are going to see a little key right there. It's called an innocent key. Now when you click it, a boss will appear. You'll have a cutscene where he comes out, and this is the clip I was telling you guys about. So as you can see, the boss is over there, and this is one of the attacks. This minecart, if you step on the track, will hit you and hit constantly on you, and you will take a lot of damage. So other than that, you can see pickaxes are being hurled at the player, hitting 7s to 9s. So that does add up to a lot of damage. The boss can also go underground and escape the fight. So once you finish the fight and you guys have survived, you guys can take the key and it says it doesn't resist anymore. So all you guys have to do is run east, go back up the stairs, run all the way west down this corridor, and you guys are going to have to go down those stairs. Holy voice crack. The greatest. Anyway, you guys are going to want to run all the way west and go down these stairs here. Now at this point, you guys have basically finished the quest, unless you forgot your chisel, in which that case you guys are kind of screwed and you guys are going to have to bank. So once you have this chisel, go ahead and use your innocent key on the door, or you can just click it. You guys are just going to want to run southeast and use your chisel on a giant purple crystal, and you guys will have completed the quest. You'll be awarded 22,000 strength experience, and I believe 2 quest points, as well as access to Tarn's lair. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to make these amulets. What you guys are going to need to do is drop everything that you have. Not literally everything that you have, because, you know, I don't want you dropping all your valuable stuff. But you can only have 1 each. So you guys can see I brought my pre-made ones from the bank. Now, at this point, you need to cut 1 from the crystal and then drop it. So cut 1 and then drop it. This is called a drop trick that's been around for ages. Now, when you do this, basically what you do is the game thinks that you can only have 1. However, there are multiple under your feet. The game does not stop you from picking them all up. So you cut 1 and drop it, and cut 1 and drop it. This allows you to get multiple shards and create multiple necklaces so you can enchant them all later at once, so you never have to come back through this mine. So once you guys have dropped a bunch and you're satisfied with the full inventory, you guys can pick them all up and bank them. You guys have finished the quest at this point. I just wanted to give you that tip, and hopefully it was helpful. And all I want to do is say thank you guys for watching. My name is Kurv, and I hope I helped you guys.